Here are my views on the Conservative Party leadership race. This is more of an opinion-based than a fact-based video. Before I properly get started, I'll quickly clarify where I sit on the political spectrum. I'm not particularly loyal to any given party. When Blair first came on the scene in the 1990s, I supported him. When he started going a bit crazy-eyed evil, I supported the Liberal Democrats. At the 2010 election, when it was obvious the Conservatives were going to win, I voted Green, as I thought investing in renewables would be a better economic stimulus than quantitative easing, and when Miliband took Labour further to the left, I voted Conservative. So I'm quite happy to change who I vote for depending on the particular circumstances, but at the moment, given the opposition, I find the Conservative Party best reflects my views. What about UKIP, you might ask? Well, actually, I really liked their manifesto at the last general election. I just think they need to tighten up on who they put forward as candidates to represent those views, and that they don't do anything stupid and needlessly offensive. So what am I looking for in a Conservative Party leader, and indeed Prime Minister right now? A few things. First, ideology. We must believe in the sorts of things that I believe in. Individual freedoms, free markets, limited government, capitalism, democracy, those sorts of things. Even if their ideology isn't exactly like mine, I much prefer politicians with clear ideologies rather than the ones that just turn up for the power. Second, competence. It's a big job, I need to be confident they won't be inept. Third, appealing to the centre. Labour are really worrying me right now, so it'd be good to have a party leader that can help unite the country and take some centralist votes for the next election. So here are my rankings. Let's just go through these in reverse order. In last place, Stephen Crabb. He wouldn't be dreadful, but he just talks like a typical politician. He's still quite new into politics, so hopefully this will be something he might grow out of, but just listen to this.
David Cameron speaks with nothing but respect, and he values the people on the front line.
At the moment, he strikes me as a nice guy, and his working class background might help appeal to the left, but I get no real sense of ideology from him. I don't think he's ready for the top job. Tied for third are Theresa May and Michael Gove. Theresa is currently the favourite. She could do well in uniting the country, given that she voted Remain, but has since clearly committed to delivering Brexit. I think she'd do a reasonable job, but again, I don't really know what she believes in, and I've watched her give some really long speeches. She also tried to introduce the Data Retention Investigatory Powers Act, and I didn't like that, and was heading up the Home Office when it was found that over 700 criminals were released without checks. Personally, I'd prefer a Brexit PM. Michael Gove is a bit of an interesting one. I do get a sense of ideology from him, and generally I like it. He advocated a school voucher system, which I'm totally for. However, the left hate him, loads of teachers hate him, and I think there might be a lot of noise within the Conservative Party given his U-turn in supporting Boris. I'm not sure he's that good with people. In second place, Liam Fox. I think it is pretty unlikely that he'll win, but I really like him. He has a strong grasp of geopolitics, isn't afraid to talk about values and ideals, and is clearly very competent. He's quite soft-spoken, so he could be quite good at calming things down right now. Only downside is, he might be a bit too right-wing for some, and there was that scandal a while ago about him inviting his mate along to a load of confidential meetings, which is all quite bizarre. He has a very accessible YouTube channel, by the way, I suggest you check it out. In top spot, Andrea Leadsom. She played a key role in the Brexit campaign and was extremely robust in her arguments. She also played a key role in holding Barclays to account for the LIBOR scandal and pushed for an inquiry into quantitative easing. She had a strong career in the private sector and is highly competent. Being less known than the others might work in her favour in terms of helping get the country over Brexit and move on. By the way, there's a story going round about her previously wanting the UK in the EU. That is correct, but a bit misleading. When she first got into politics, she formed a group called Fresh Start with other MPs looking at ways of reforming the EU. After years of hearing evidence from experts and trying to drive change, the project was eventually disbanded. It was then that Andrea decided the best solution was to leave. I don't think changing her mind based on evidence is a weakness. I think it's a good thing. It's a bit of a shame that Boris wasn't in the final running, as he is quite a lot of fun, but I don't think we've seen the last of him. Please comment below who you'd like to see win the race.